Hello, everyone. Happy Wednesday. I won't say happy Wednesday. It's not such a happy Wednesday for me, but I wanted to come on and do Powerful and Mindful Living with Coach Renee. And I am running a little behind because I was working with my mom and it took us a little bit more time to get her situated. So that is the reason for my delay. But however, I am so happy to be here to spend some time with you on this Hump Day Wednesday. Hello. Um, I Today is day 10 of March Wellness. And before I jump into all of that, if we have never met, if you don't know me, I'm Renee Cage Watson. I am a lifestyle strategist. You see me looking up and down because I got both Facebook and Instagram going. I'm a lifestyle strategist, and so I help women, ambitious women, career women find their purpose, passion, and doing it with balance. So they're not overworking, overwhelmed, um, overextending themselves, and that they're putting the oxygen mask on themselves first. And today is, again, like I said, day 10 of March Wellness. And so I decided to do March Wellness because, it's March Madness, right? Blah, blah, blah. March Madness. I don't know if some of y'all are basketball fans and into all of that. Me, not so much, but I am a fan of wellness. So I said this would be a great way to incorporate wellness in our lives. And so each day I've been sharing a tip, a hack, a recommendation, a suggestion on how to bring more wellness into your life. And today's entry was all about positive affirmations. Positive affirmations. And as a clinician, I know the power of positive affirmations for my clients. Sometimes when clients are really deep, sometimes in their mental health concerns, positive affirmations is just won't do the trick all the way around. But it certainly starts the conversation with yourself, because the story that we tell ourselves oftentimes not mitigate, but it impacts how we feel about ourselves. Because, what you think, how you're thinking impacts how you feel, and then that impacts a lot of our behaviors. So if we're able to really manage those thoughts, manage the narrative, manage the stories, and I'm not saying you got to be just, all uber positive all the time, because life happens. And sometimes we're not always can be positive. Uh-oh, I think my computer is about to die on me. Hold that thought. All right. So, as I was saying, if we are able to hold positive space for ourselves, then it helps with how we feel about ourselves. It helps how we see, our lives, the outlook on life. I like to share a little personal, I would say, tragedy. So I was out of town this past weekend at a wonderful training retreat in Cancun, with some other phenomenon speakers, and it was a great training, quick R&R. But when I got back, I had learned my doggie got out of the gate, and she got out of the gate, and then she was ultimately hit by a car, and they tried to save her, but she succumbed to her injuries. And so sorry, I have lost my fur baby. So I have really been struggling since Monday. I did not realize. Bye, Marie. Okay. I did not realize how much and hurt and grief that I would experience um, with losing my doggie. She was a part of our family. Her name was Ginger. You might have seen her a few times. Sometimes when we do jump on lives or when I be in a meeting, a Zoom meeting, she would love to make herself known and get part of the conversation. And so I am just filled with so much hurt and grief about my fur baby. So if y'all can just do a little moment of silence for Ginger. She was an Irish Terrier. She was 7 years old, so I certainly had more time with was going to have more time with my fur baby, and it was my daughter's gone off to college, so it was my kid that I wasn't a total empty nester because Ginger, you know, was there, and she had red hair like her mama. She was a true redhead, I dyed mine. So, and yeah, so it's been a struggle for me. It's been a struggle. I've done a lot of crying, and I miss my doggie. So I'm just, looking around the house and seeing all of these reminders of her, and so it's really tough and hard. Yeah. So y'all keep me in your thoughts as I grieve my fur baby. I am so hurt about her. So, but positive affirmations, and one of the things that I like to do, and I like to work with my clients around. There's a couple of things. So, in my coaching program, there's a module that is all about positive affirmations. The language, the narratives, story that you're telling yourself, and how to shift that story, how to really get connected with what those subconscious beliefs are telling you, and to first, think about it, observe it with curiosity, not judging yourself so much, and then thinking about how you can shift it. How can you challenge that thought? Try something different. Consider a different, thought. And positive affirmations is just like it's what you hear. It's what you're telling yourself. We are so inundated with messages and things that's telling us we're not good enough, we're not pretty enough, we're not thin enough, we're not rich enough, we're not. And so we often are operating in this space of lack. And so that's a false narrative. It's such a false narrative. And until we're able to um, come to grips with what that false narrative is and challenge yourself to really create a different story, because sometimes it says what people tell you or show you who they are, believe them. That's kind of different from these things that you tell yourself. Like, you don't always need to believe the negative stuff. Now, there is a balance. You don't want to totally gas yourself up, but if you don't gas yourself up, who will? So one of the things that I do, and one of my practices, is I start off in my morning time with some positive affirmations. I have on my dry erase board positive affirmations. I speak it into myself. I have an app that I use that I also recommend to my clients. It's called Think Up. It's an app where you can record your positive affirmation and hear yourself say these kind, encouraging words in your voice, like a recording over and over. It's like a rewiring, a reprogramming of yourself. So Think Up. I'll see if I can drop that link in the comments. Is an app that I use. Another app that I really enjoy using is called I Am. And I Am, it's a free app. All these apps you can always get the upgrade version, but the free version, I Am, just peppers you with these positive affirmations all day long. And of course, you can make the frequency of how often they come. You can create the category that you want, whether it's about your self care, whether it's about positive affirmation, whether it's about health, love and relationships, career. They have a category, right? And you get to hear, you get to read, you get to affirm, you get to pour into yourself positiveness. That definitely enhances one's well-being. Hey, sis. Hey. So again, it's just the practicing. You know, we have to practice. Practice becomes progress, not perfection. Progress, right? So practicing positive affirmation. You know, putting it in your phone. When you want to scroll, and I'm sure we're on Facebook, FaceTime, not FaceTime, Facebook, Instagram. So we on social media and all of that good stuff. And I appreciate you, looking in and viewing. Yes, March is a good month to sit in action because it's springtime. And May is Mental Health Awareness Month. So this is like a conversation that we have to constantly just be part of. We have to normalize it. Like, this is normal for us to talk about our mental health. This is normal to talk about positive affirmations, well-being, you know, good nutrition, getting proper sleep, watching your circle, all of these different things. We have to normalize this conversation because your mental health is all you really have. If you're not managing those things, then you're not able to do all the other things you think you're tasked to do. You'll be exhausted, you'll be overwhelmed, you'll be burned out, you get sick, all of those things. Yeah. It's imperative. It's so imperative to put that first, to put that above everything. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say about that. I am, again, grieving my little fur baby. So Ginger is no longer with us. You might have seen her once before. I'm going to actually do a photo slideshow for her in a tribute to her. We're going to have a little memorial service for her. So next week. But, even with all grief, when you lose a loved one, a family member, a friend, a pet, you go through the cycles of grief. And I'm going through them. I've blamed myself, was angry at myself, angry at my mom for saying she let her out the gate, just a whole lot of blame. I should have barricaded the fence better, all of these things. So she got sick. I let her get sick, so she got skinny. That's why she got through the fence. All of these coulda, shoulda, woulda. If I shouldn't have been, if I wasn't out of town, she wouldn't have got out. La 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 la. and I'm going through the cycle, and it's, part of it is acceptance too. But I am heard about gingerbread cocoa puffs. Yeah, yeah, I'm ginger. So, all right, you guys, I'm actually about to take care of myself a little bit. I'm going to get into my indoor spa and just decompress because, yeah, on the struggle bus a little bit. All right, you guys. Thanks, sis, for listening in, and yeah, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, you guys. You remember the words that you say to yourself matters. The story that you tell yourself matters. The things that you say that you can do or can't do, whether you say you can do something or you can't do something, is true. Whatever, So words have power. Your words are powerful, they have power. Um, so keep that in mind. Hone in on your power, own your story, own your power. All right, you guys, I will see you guys next week. And please, 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 um, tune every day for the next, how many more days? So we're on day 10. So the next